Hi there, GMC owners. Today on your 2021 GMC Canyon, we're going to be taking a look at and showing you how to install WeatherTech's Mud Flap kit. And this is what our mud flaps look like when they're installed here in the front. As you can see, it's going to take all of the debris that's going to fly off of our tire, and it's going to catch it here and keep it from flinging down the side of our vehicle. That's going to extend the life of our paint, and it's going to minimize how often we need to clean our vehicle. You can see here it's going to protect the back of your vehicle as well as anything you're hauling behind you, whether it be a trailer or an expensive camper or boat. We don't want to fling any of that dirt and debris and mud on there, so it protects all those items, and it also minimizes just how much cleanup you're ever going to have to do, because it's going to collect all in here and you can just kind of give it a kick and spray that out and clean it up real fast. The mud flaps are constructed of a flexible yet durable composite that's going to have plenty of give, so if you were to catch any debris on the road, it can flex out of the way without causing any damage, but it has plenty of rigidness to it to catch dirt and debris and keep it from flying through and hitting your vehicle. It's also going to be resistant against UV rays, dirt, debris, road grimes, and oils, so you're going to have long-lasting mud flaps here at the back that are going to look great. These mud flaps are going to be custom made for your Canyon, so they're going to fit and look great, and there's no drilling required. As far as the installation goes, this is an extremely quick and easy upgrade that you could do at home probably in less than 10 minutes. We'll begin our installation on the driver's side. I've turned the wheel all the way to the left to give us some more room to work. You want to make sure you get the area cleaned up around here. We don't want to trap any dirt or debris behind our mud flap. And then we'll remove our factory fasteners. There's going to be 3, and we're going to use the included Torx bit to remove those. You'll want to save this hardware after you've removed it. We can now take our mud flap and we're going to put it into position. We want to make sure we've got the one labeled left hand for LH right there. And if we look at this mechanism here, this is going to catch on our fender right here. So we're going to take our mud flap, we're going to line up those holes that we had just removed hardware from. Then once you've got the holes lined up, you'll want to push inward. We're using the Allen key that comes in your kit on the little bolt that's located there, and then turn it clockwise until it catches on the fender. And then we're just going to snug this down a little bit. We don't want to go too tight with it. Now the remaining holes should be lined up with the factory holes, so we're just going to reinsert our hardware that we had removed through the holes in the mud flap and then tighten them all back down. I like to start them all first before I tighten. Now that we've got this one all snugged down, we can hop in the truck and turn the wheel the other direction, and we'll perform the same procedures over on the other side to get the other front one installed. Once we've finished over there, we'll move on to the rear. So now that we're moving on to the rear, we of course want to make sure we've got this cleaned up again before we go to put that mud flap in place. To install this mud flap, it's pretty easy. There are 3 attachment points there. We're going to remove those with the included bit. You want to make sure you save this hardware because we are going to reuse it upon installation of the mud flap. We can now take the mud flap that is labeled left hand, and you can see that written right here, LH, since we're on the driver's side. It's just going to slide into position. Your old holes should line up with the holes in your mud flap where we'd remove those hardware. And then we'll take the included Allen key while we're holding it in this position. We're going to push in on the screw here, because this mechanism on the back here, this little blade, is going to lock it in to the fender right there. So we're just pushing in and we're turning until we feel it grab on the fender there. Once you've got it hooked, we can then just snug it down a little bit. That's just going to help keep this in place for us while we install the rest of our hardware. We can then reinstall our hardware that we had removed by passing through the holes in our mud flap, going right back into the factory holes. I like to start each one first before tightening them down to make sure that everything lines up. Now that we've got them all started, we can go back and tighten down our hardware using the included tools. Once we've tightened these down, we'll perform the exact same procedures over on the other side to get that mud flap installed. And that completes our installation of WeatherTech's mud flap kit on our 2021 GMC Canyon.